Hello Stamper, welcome to French's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today it's a peekaboo flap card. This is one that I done last fall. So when you flip it, voila. And I'm doing a blog up with Fancy Fold. And this was our fold this month. Well, I didn't want to do the same thing, of course. And I said, what can I do instead of a regular shape like a square or circle, oval? Well, I decided to do the special reason. So you get the matching stamp set, and you get the stylish stem framelit. The stamp set called special reason, but the matching framelit, it's stylish stem. And what I like about it, you can have the flower, the negative. I'm going to show you that. It's easier to explain. So the way that it works, it voila, and then boom. And the funny part is I really like the color of this paper. And this is the carousel, the 6x6 paper. This one here. Well, I choose the one with the cupcake in it, and I didn't put the birthday greeting. I noticed that after it was done. So I said, well, it stayed that way. We can have cupcake even if it's not birthday, correct? So I'm going to show you this card here. We're going to use the same color but a different pattern, but it's still in the same pack. So first thing you want to do, it's cut a piece of cardstock. So it's going to be 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to fold this in half here. So we're going to fold this, and then we're going to glue our designer series paper on that. And this, I just wanted a tiny little border. So it is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Again, all the measurements going to be on my blog. Right above, you're going to see the little eye there. That's going to bring you right to my blog post. Plus, you're going to be able to do the blog hop for that. Now, the next step, it's you're going to take a piece of paper that measure 4.5 by 5.5. And, excuse me, we're going to score at 4. I already scored this. So it is, you're going to score on the 4.5 at the top. You're going to score this at 4.5 inch. Now, we're going to turn this here, put that right at the edge. You're going to do your mark for your center, and that's going to be, I got a pen here, half of 2, the center of 5.5, it's 2 3/4. So just mark a little mark there so you know where it is. Now, you're going to put this, so you get the score line at the top over here. You're going to put that at 2 inch. Oops. Let me think about that. Okay, you're going to put your score line at this end. So the score line going to go over here. You're going to put that at 2 inch. Close this. So then do a mark right through the opening here at the top and the bottom. So this way you know it's exactly the same proportion. Okay, so the score gonna go on your left of your cutting tools, and close this and do a mark, So at the top you get a 2 3/4, top and bottom. Well, when you turn it, it's at 2 inch. Now what you're going to do, it's take the mark here at the top and then the mark over here. Line that up in your groove. Cut. Turn this around. Repeat the same step. The peak in the groove. The mark in the groove. And cut. So now you get the right proportion. Now we're going to remove this. And what we're going to do is I'm going to bring my big shot over here. And we're going to cut our opening here. So we're going to use the framelit. So if you would use this here, it's just going to cut the flower itself. So, excuse me, it's not what we need. We just need the outline. So let me reach for the outline. We're going to put that right here. And this, I like to put my score on the other side so then I know which way, because that's where the side that's going to go on the card. I know which way that it's going to open. I want to place my flower that it's the right proportion, but really it's no right and wrong for flowers, right? We're going to roll this through. And I just noticed I forgot my So Saffron. 1 minute. Here we go. Now, this we can save it for another card. Now we get our opening. Now we're going to take this here, and I'm going to do it, you're going to see what I mean by that. So I'm going to put it in the, right here. Let's roll this through. Okay, now what it does is just gonna, it won't cut the surrounding of it around it. It's just gonna cut the petal itself. I'm gonna use my brush. And it's a friendly framelit. It come right off. See? So now what I'm gonna do, I need the flower itself. Well, you could leave that on a card like this and have a color under. Let me show you with the color under. So you see? Now, but I want the surrounding. Well, this framelit was designed very well. Now I'm going to take my surrounding there, the outline. Going to put that right on top that it match. And I'm going to roll this through. And no, you cannot put both of them at the same time. Voila. Somebody asked me if you want the outline like that, if you can put both. The answer to this, it's no. Because, oops, see, it don't, it fit right the same edge. So you cannot pass both of them at the same time. Okay, we are done with the big shot. Let me remove this without making a mess here. Now, what I done, got a piece of scrap paper here. What I done, I wanted to have some glimmer on that. So I use my Wink of Stella before you glue it and just color it. It's a lot easier if you do it without your paper in the back, if you just want the outline to color, so then you don't have to be careful. So that's how I color my outline. And in the center, we're going to do something else. Okay, so we got the Wink of Stella done. And I done the same thing for the leaves here. So you see the leaf, it's inside, not on the outside, it's just inside. We're going to put that aside for now. Now, I cut one of the bowl frame here, the same than what we did for this piece, so it's going to go perfectly together. Now, I'm going to use So Saffron and Bermuda Bay, and, oops, got some inky finger. We're going to add some color on this. So I just sponge around with the sponge dauber. No, I didn't add ink on this because I got my dauber that I keep for each color. So sometimes I don't have to add ink. I'm going to add a bit here. So I just go darker on the edge and come lighter in. But again, it's no right and wrong. Now I'm going to use my So Saffron. Too dark. Here we go. Now we're going to take our flower and we're going to glue this together. I like to use Tombow. And what you're going to do is just, here we go. Just squeeze a little bit and it's going to be just right. Here we go. Oops. Now we're going to match this on top. Okay, now in the center, I use my wing of Stella in gold to have it darker there. I wanted my center darker in the gold, and I want it to have that shimmer to it. So I'm using the wing of Stella in gold. That's it. Now for the flap here, what I done, I used the matching stamp set that it's someplace around here. I think that, yes, it is. I thought it was because I just moved from one counter to the other one. And I just stamped from the stamp set's special reason, this daisy here and there. I had that there. I'm going to leave that there. I took my Bermuda Bay and just do the out like on the edge of the flower, just to give more depth. So I'm going to go around. Because the other one, the one of the Halloween, I did a frame in a different size around. Well, that I don't have that, so I said, what can I do to make that pop? Sponge is the answer. Plus, when you cut with the Big Shot, it leaves an impression where the end of the die is. Don't know if you can see. You get the impression. So that look like really you get that, like another piece. Now let's mount that together. Now we're gonna, where we score there, and really I shouldn't score on the flap. I didn't think about it the first time, and I said, oh, next time I need to pay attention to that. I did the same mistake. It's okay. Now I'm gonna take this, and that's gonna get glue in the back of this. So the best thing for me is to put, I got some inky fingers someplace. Here we go. I'm going to put, I like to use the Tombow glue because it gives me a chance to move. Okay, this is the DSP. You don't glue on that. You glue in the back of your card. And I just put that here so then it's easy for me to line it up straight. Then I'm going to go here. Voila, how easy and simple it is to line that up. One thing that I did, I used the Project Life paper around the corner. Put that right there. And round your little tip. I think it looked better rounded. Here we go. Some reason I went off a little bit. Just make sure you get it flat. Here we go. Okay, it's almost done. This frame, I use, it's from the same die here. I use that from Stylish Stamp. And I stamp the greeting, there's no reason for this card. I stamp that, and it's part of this stamp set. Now I'm going to use two-dimensional. The dimensional going to go right at the edge here. Don't put the other one at the edge because that's our, put it more about past that flat. And the reason why I say don't put it at the edge, because that's the part that's going to keep your card closed. See? It keep that down. So then when you pull, but it keep it down. Now we're going to use dimensional for our flower. I'm going to use two-dimensional. Here we go. Now we're going to put our flower. Make sure you lined it up all good. The first few times, well, the first time you're going to open, you're going to have to maybe work it a little bit, but then it's the perfect frame, and then you can push it in a bit. Voila. Now, on the inside, what I done, like I said, I did the leaf. That's part of the same. It's So Saffron. I sponge a bit of So Saffron, Bermuda Bay for the outline, and I put the wing of Stella just like the flower. Put that there. No dimensional, flat. Now we're going to open this up here. Now I got, let me make sure I get the right stamp set. You know what? Let me double check that here. Okay, the outside say there's no special reason for this card. Oh, that's cricket. Except to let you know how special you are. Voila. And then I did the flower in the bottom. I did 3 flowers just to add something. And plus, the more that I stamp inside, the less that I have to write in. So then I'm in good shape. Here we go. Remember, that's why you get 2 sides to your paper. If you're very off, you can turn it around. Et voila. And then I use the strip when I cut my paper. Oh, that's the wrong one. I use a strip. So at 5.5. So this is a pack of paper. So it's 6 by 6. And then I'm just going to cut that about 1 by 5.5. We're going to call that good. Put that there. Add this right on the side. It's just get the inside a little bit more festive. What they say, bring the party inside. Here we go. So now you have it. See where I smeared that? If that happened to you, you know what? We can always cover that. It's bugging me that I had inky finger. Well, here we go. My inky finger became a flower. It's no right and wrong, my friend, when it comes to stamping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. So now we got the inside, and it closed very lovely. Just slide it under there. Et voila! So this is it, how I done the peekaboo flap with the stylish stem. Again, above you get the I to visit my blog and get all the measurement and the supplies list. And 2, you're going to be able to do the blog up. Thank you so much and have a lovely day, my friends.